All right, good morning, traders. Today is August 30th, 2024. This is the last day of the month. We're going to watch for some window dressing. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, and thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my everybody out there in digital land. Thank you for being a part of my Facebook group, part of my YouTube channel, part of the Twitter, part of everything. All right. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land as well. All right. My SPY pivot this morning is 559.40. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab Five are in uptrends except for IWM, which is acting like a bull. Diamond Dow, XLF, and XLI, that's our financial sector and our industrial sector, made new all-time highs yesterday. SPY made a higher high and a higher low, closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. SPY also closed with 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute downtrend. FNGU made a higher high and a higher low, closing under a bearish trap under the 17 EMA. We need to get that thing turned around. IWM made a higher high and a higher low, closing over a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. QQQ made a higher high and a higher low, closing under a bearish trap over the 17 EMA. Gold and silver both in uptrends, both made higher highs and higher lows. Silver closed under a bullish trap over the 17. Gold closed over a bullish trap over the 17. UNG in an uptrend made a second outside day, closing inside a bearish trap under the 17 EMA. USO in an uptrend made a higher high and a higher low, closing over a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. US dollar index creeping back up, closed near the 101.40 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. All right, daily chart of the SPY right here. We're in a daily uptrend, a weekly uptrend, a monthly uptrend, a yearly uptrend, you name it, we're in an uptrend. Except for the 2-hour and the 10-minute, they're both in downtrends. As of yesterday, probably now things have changed. SPY closed with higher high and a higher low, closing inside the bullish trap that's still in an uptrend ever since we took out this high right here. So SPY in an uptrend over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Anytime we're up over the all-time high anchored VWAP, I have a strong opinion that money is flowing into the market. Notice they moved up and held the higher ground. All right? So for today's pattern, let's take a look at the blackboard. Okay, so you can see what's going on in the 2-hour chart. Here's the blackboard. All right. We're in a channel up here, holding the higher ground. Here's our channel. We came up from down below. All right? And we went and set the top of the channel. Okay, then we came back to 355, made the bottom of the channel. This is roughly 563, 564, 562. This area up here. This is 555. Okay, so came up here. Then we came back down here to 555. Went back up. Okay. And then we came back down. Yesterday, we did this. We went all the way back up and came halfway back down. Okay, this is the pattern. The next move is this for today. I don't know if we get it, okay? But that's the pattern. I've been talking about this pattern for a long time. This is the move today. Up through the top of the channel, which is roughly 563. How high it goes, I don't know. I'm looking close to, a possibility of 1.5 ATRs. That could bring us up to roughly 568. 2 ATRs will bring us into 571. All right, so here's the move. We made this yesterday. This is what's on deck for today. This move right here, up through the highs. So we got a little gap fill up over 564, 563 and a half, 563.90. Got a little gap fill that needs to be taken care of, all the way up to 565.18. All right, so that'll be our target this morning, 565.18, and then some. All right, I think they take it there a bit further. I think they get there early, and it won't even be 230. And I think they take it a little bit further into 230, and then I think they start to peter out, consolidate. Maybe a trend day today. Today would be a good day for a trend day because this is the move, and they're probably going to want to stretch it as long as they can. Remember Stretch Armstrong? They probably want to see how far, this thing's going to go. All right, so that's the pattern today. All right, let's go take a look at the pattern on the 2-day chart. There's a 2-hour chart. I meant the 2-hour chart. Okay, we're going to put in the top line and the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. And the top line. Okay, here's our moves. Right there. See that? Up, back. Let's do it. Let's do it in reality here. Take that out of the way. We'll use the pink. Pink is good. Come all the way up. Come all the way up to the top. Back down. Back up. Back down. And then this is what we did yesterday. We went up and back here. And today we're looking for this. All right, that's what we're looking for today. Okay, see the moves? That's what's on deck for today. We'll see. I don't know if we get it. I didn't know if we were going to get this yesterday. All right, but that's what's on deck according to the pattern. This is the consolidation pattern. Then we get a breakout, and then we look for consolidation up here over prior consolidation. That's what I'd be looking for. The market is bullish. All right, so that's what's on deck for today. All right, enough of that. You guys see the pattern, all right? This is what happens today. This is what's on deck for today. I don't know if it happens. We're up at 561.35. Well, it's a big improvement from where we were down here, so that's nice, all right? What's the high up here? 563.91. All right, so that's what's on deck, 563.91. After that, 565.18, fill the gap, and then take it up further, make new all-time highs. All right, so there we go. All right, now let's go look at some of the other indexes on the daily chart. You saw that. QQQ. QQQ still in an uptrend. We've been in an uptrend since we took out that high right there. All right. We've got to move up on QQQ. So move up and then creating a bull flag. They're holding the higher ground. Instead of going up and coming back down, all right, we're going up and moving sideways or slanted back only 12 degrees as opposed to like, 45-degree drop back down. Okay, we're going up, holding the higher ground. That's bullish. SPY doing the same thing, all right? Let's take a look back at SPY one more time. You can see, okay, why I say it's bullish. All right, it goes up, and then notice we hold the higher ground. That's bullish, okay? Consolidation over prior consolidation, also bullish, all right? These are the clues I look for in the morning. Okay, let's go to QQQ. All right, again, bullish ever since we're in an uptrend, ever since we took out that high. SPY's also in an uptrend. FNGU. Okay, FNGU in an uptrend ever since it took out that high right there. Price action for FNGU moving up, holding the higher ground up here. See how it's over the halfway point. Let's take a look at the halfway point so you can see where it's at. Here's the quad lines. Drag them out. See how we're over this. We want to stay in the upper third. Okay, see we fell out of the upper third. We're trying to reacquire it back up here. So that's FNGU, over. Up in the upper third, that's bullish. Okay, moving up and holding the higher ground, that's bullish. All right, so we'll see what happens. All in all, this is a big bear flag. Okay, that's a bigger bear flag. This is a bull flag. But all the sectors are doing well. Okay, these just happens to be 10 stocks that aren't doing so well right here, as well as the other parts of the market. So this is FNGU. That's a bull flag right there. Okay, so let's take a look. That's also in an uptrend, and they'll be in an uptrend till they take out this low, or they create a higher low and then take out that low. All right, so they're in an uptrend. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow, nothing to be said here. It's making new all-time highs, all right? You know it's in an uptrend if it's making new all-time highs. And if it wasn't in an uptrend, it is now. Okay, so IWM. IWM is in technically a downtrend, but it is acting like a bull, all right? I'll take it. If it's not going to act like the trend that it's in, this is the one time I'll take it. I like it. IWM not acting like a bear, and it's in a downtrend. So this is IWM. As soon as it takes out that high right there, it'll be in an uptrend. All right, unless, of course, it creates a higher low and then makes a higher high. Okay, that will put it in an uptrend prior to taking out that high. All right, but here's price action for IWM. In a downtrend, technically, but all in all, acting like a bull. So IWM, downtrend, but acting like a bull. Let's take a look at our technicals. We spent the day in the overbought zone yesterday. Okay, overbought zone. We made higher lows and higher highs and higher lows and climbed right through the buy zone into the overbought zone. So spent all day, most all day yesterday, camped out inside the overbought zone. Lots of bullishness happens when we're in the overbought zone. A lot of good things. T2123, this is the 15-minute, up over a rising 200 SMA. We got that 200 SMA on the 15-minute, now up over prior all-time highs. This is what I wanted to see. Come back up through here and shoot through. So this is T2123, moving up and holding the higher ground. See it moving up, holding the higher ground, moving up, holding the higher ground up here. Yesterday's price action, green from the gate, right out of the gate, and then a kind of a melting consolidation near the end of day, near the second half of the day right there. But moving up, consolidating over prior consolidation. Okay, this is the prior all-time highs, this line right here. This is the all-time highs right there. We are dangerously close to putting in new all-time highs for T2123. We are holding the higher ground. See the move up and holding the higher ground right there. Okay, T2123 3-bar chart. Okay, notice more space opening up between our 200 SMA and the price action. See the price action, put in 3 more green candle bars, moving up, moving over to the right, moving up and over. That's bullish. Prepare for this to start making new all-time highs, maybe sometime next week, if not this week, maybe this week here. We'll see what happens. T2123. On FNGU, think we kind of went through this earlier, was green out of the gate, and then we had some melting in the afternoon on the second part of the day. Good news, we made higher lows, all right, and we made equal highs. So there's good news. We made equal highs. That was, it's all right. It's not the best news, but we made higher lows, okay? It's better than lower high and lower low, okay? Equal high and higher low works for me. Out of the gate right now, We're back up here, and we're challenging the consolidation from yesterday's highs. All right, so that's FNGU. I like that. Like to see us get back up and challenge this 200 SMA. If not, climb on top of it and consolidate over it. Okay, we did that over here, and then we lost some juice. But hopefully this is a higher low that inspires the bulls to create a higher high. Hopefully. All right, and we hope this is not a lower high that inspires the bears to create a lower low. All right, so there's FNGU. We need this to definitely break through this 200 SMA and get back on top of it. All right, let's go take a look at a few sectors. Start off with energy sector, USO. Okay, USO in an uptrend ever since it took out this high right here. USO is in an uptrend even though it acted like a bear right there, made a higher low. Still yet to make another higher high. Yesterday's price action was higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. Just kind of consolidating here. Still hasn't made that higher high yet, that second one. All right, we got a higher high here, made the higher low. We still have not made the second higher high. So to me, on the bigger picture, it looks like kind of consolidating bearishly, but technically on the daily chart, we're in an uptrend. Just need to put in that higher high for USO. Let's take a look at UNG, which was dangerously close to putting in new all-time lows. All right. So you can see the low here from yesterday was 1272. The all-time low is 1257. Okay, so we were dangerously close to creating new all-time lows yesterday. Price action was an outside day. It's the second outside day in a row. We got a lower low and a higher high. We closed inside the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Like to see price get back up on top of that. Okay, UNG has been in an uptrend ever since it took out this high. Okay, problem is it's acting like a bear. Unlike IWM, which is in a downtrend but acting like a bull, you can see UNG is in an uptrend but acting like a bear because it needs to make higher highs. It's going in the wrong direction. So there's UNG on the daily chart. In an uptrend, but acting like a bear. All right, let's take a look at precious metals. Silver. Silver's in an uptrend ever since it took out this high. Silver consolidating in bull flag fashion, moving up, holding the higher ground, and over to the right. Price action for silver yesterday got a little higher low and a higher high, closing under a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Still in an uptrend. Gold, which put in new all-time highs probably 2 weeks ago right here, coming close to creating new all-time highs for gold. Price action yesterday, we got a higher low and a higher high closing over a bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. That's these green dots. The trap, that's the yellow 3 EMA on top of the white 8 EMA. And you can see price, the 3, the 8, all on top of these rising 17. That's the green dots. Okay, so there's gold. Let's take a look at XLI. All right, here's XLI yesterday putting in new all-time highs. Nice move there on XLI. Let me make sure I'm right. Yep. XLI putting in new all-time highs. XLF, okay, putting in new all-time highs. Let me see if I'm right. Yep. XLF putting in new all-time highs. So now, market's bullish. We got some sectors that are bullish. The problem is we got one ETN, which is FNGU, which holds all of the heavyweight stocks. Okay, the problem is those heavyweight stocks are so heavily weighted, okay, that the market can't move unless they participate. Okay, the other stocks could all head off to all new all-time highs, but unless those heavyweights participate, we might not move and make new all-time highs. We'll see what happens. I expect something to happen today. Hopefully we get over the all-time high. I hope it's not a false breakout. That's what I hope. I hope we don't just pop up there today and then Monday we sell off. All right? I'd like to see us get up and hold the higher ground. Anyways, there's XLF, new all-time high on XLF. SMH, all right, not at new all-time highs, but in an uptrend ever since we took out these highs right here. Okay, so SMH in an uptrend. Again, moving up and over to the right, holding the higher ground. Okay, hopefully this is not a big bear flag. All right, that's SMH. All right, let's take a look at XLK. That's a technology sector. Okay, same thing as SMH. Ever since we took out this high, we're in an uptrend. Okay, XLK moving up, holding the higher ground, moving over to the right. Okay, that's a bull flag right there. Hopefully on the bigger picture, we don't have a bear flag in the works. All right, so there's XLK in an uptrend ever since it took out that high. So XLK, uptrend. SMH, uptrend. XLI, industrials, uptrend. Okay, XLK, technology, uptrend. SMH, semiconductors, uptrend. XLF, financials, I showed you that, uptrend. All right, let's take a look at one more. Actually, two more. Let's take a look at XRT. Here's our retail sector right here. Okay, not in an uptrend, but acting like a bull. Up here, we got highs. That's the high we have to beat. All right, it's either that we create a higher low and then take out and make a new higher high, and that puts us in an uptrend as well, technically. But who cares what it is labeled technically, as long as it's acting like a bull, right? Moving up, consolidating, and holding the higher ground. So what if we're in a downtrend? Technically, air quotes there, okay? But we're holding up, moving up, and moving over to the right and acting like a bull. I like that, okay? Would like to have the label, you know, and the title to go with it, and the belt and the hat. But if it's acting like a bull, we'll take it. That's XRT. That's the retail sector. Let's take a look at last one. This is my favorite one, transports. Transports took out this high. That put them in an uptrend. Price action for yesterday. Make sure I got the right candle. Right there. Higher low, higher high. Closing over. Bullish trap over the 17 EMA. I love it when the transports are in an uptrend. Okay? Because that means goods and services are getting moved around the country. All right? That means goods and services that need parts to repair whatever it is you need repaired at your house, home, or office, okay? Or on your boat, or on your car, your ATV, your RV, whatever you got, okay? That means IYT. They needed parts to repair that, okay? That means parts had to get shipped, all right? And that's why I like IYT. Whenever shelves got to get stocked, okay, they're going to come there by either train, truck, or plane. Something's going to move those parts to those boxes to the shelf so they can be displayed. Again, transports, IYT. IYT in an uptrend. We have a lot of stuff in an uptrend right now. The only one, the clincher, is the FNGU. All right, that's the one. We got to get that in an uptrend, and it just might not participate. We do have everything lined up. We have a falling dollar. We have the dollar that made 1-year lows, not to mention 2024 lows. Okay, an all-time low for 2024, an all-time 1-year low. And then we had all of this in bullish uptrends. Okay, so we had the perfect storm to have a really nice, robust rally. Just need FNGU to participate. All right, so let's go take a look at the economics. All right, let me just say GDP yesterday was good. All right, had no problems with GDP yesterday. Let me just say NVIDIA earnings were good. Might not show it in price, but they were good. All right, maybe we may have a delayed response. I don't know. Hopefully that's what it is. All right, but GDP was good. CPI was good. NVIDIA was good. All right, earnings on NVIDIA, $3 trillion. Okay, so there you go. U.S. dollar, downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. Okay, creeping back up here. All right, closed around 101.40 area yesterday, creeping back up, but you can see 1 year lows right here, 1 year lows right there, and we make the lowest. This is the all-time low for 2024. So dollar moving down, cheap dollar makes our goods and services more competitive against other goods and services from other countries when we have a cheap dollar. Okay, because then we have, if you got the quality, now you got to have the price. Nice to have the quality, but if you're way priced way outside the market because your currency is so strong, sometimes people pass on it. Other countries they might need your Cisco parts, but unfortunately the conversion rate to convert their currency into your currency so you can get paid might be too pricey, and they go with another product. Okay, just saying, that's for example. All right, so there's US dollar. Here's our earnings, and then we're going to go to the calendar. Earnings for Friday, August 30th. Okay, nothing really big. All right. Some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the market like a Google or a Meta. Even NVIDIA didn't even move the market that much. All right, more familiar names, nothing that's going to move the market. We got BYOB. What is that? Is that? Oh, that's only 588 million. All right, just making sure. All right, some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Zscaler, that's 29 billion. Okay, got to look at my numbers real close. Copart, that's 50 billion. Okay, again, familiar names. Dollar Tree, nothing that's going to move the markets. That's it for the earnings calendar up until Wednesday. Nothing exciting. If the Bulls want to get it done, there's nothing here to squash it. Okay, if the Bulls want to get it done, the economic data has been good. So let's go take a look at the economic data. For today, what do we got? It's Friday. Personal income and outlay is at 8:30. That's coming out right now. Chicago PMI 945. Consumer sentiment at 10. A rig count at 1. Farm prices at 3. All right. All in all, unless these things are way out of line, I think, and even if they came way out of line, they'd want a second look at them. All right. So, again, if these things are way out of line, that could be the only thing that causes the market to, to stutter, to maybe take a different direction. All right. But other than that, I don't see the market taking a different direction. Okay. So there's for today's economic events. All right. Max Payne for today. I think it's 448 or something. Let's see what we got. Let's try to get this going. It was 448 earlier this morning. Let's try something else. Maybe if I get Firebird, I'm going to try that trick. Somebody gave me a Firefox. Just going to try it. I don't know what happens. Same thing. All right, traders, I'm pretty sure it was 2.5 puts for every call when I read it last night. So we could have a put squeeze in addition to a trend day. All right, so just saying in case this thing finally shows up. All right, so that's it for me this morning. Again, you see the plan. I showed you the SPY pattern. All right. And it's been playing out leg by leg by leg. You see Max Payne as 550 with 2.5. Yeah, over 2.5 puts. Right, yeah. That's what I came up. Well, last night it was 440. Thanks, Brad. Last night it was like 448, and it was 2.5 puts to every call. Yeah. So thanks for pulling that up. Thank you, Brad. Thank you for Alan. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. Love that. All right, so that's what we got. We are in store for a possible trend day. All right, and a put squeeze or a short squeeze. All right. So that's on deck. I'll see you guys in 45 minutes. Thank you all for listening to me. Appreciate that. Let me get this rendered and put up there. All right. So I'll see you guys in 45 minutes. See, they got on this website, they got 448 and almost two. They got 2 3/4 puts to every call. So we're all lined up for a put squeeze on this one. And Brad shared his. Thank you, Brad. See if mine will come in later. But anyways, that's what it is this morning. All right, so I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes.